Hi guys, welcome back for another video from TDL DIY. So we're looking again at our Canon Outlander 800 Max XT, big old mouthful. It's a 2014. So I'm going to be doing front and rear diffs along with transmission fluid. That might be a different video. It might be rolled into this one. Just wait and find out. So we've already done the oil change earlier today, which again, separate video. And I think I showed you guys how to check your diff fluid. So I went to the dealer and got some 75 140 and 75 90, and I think the 75 90 is for the front, and for the rear it's 75 140, and that is also used for your transmission, or that's what it's for. So we're gonna be looking at the front diff right now. I got it all kind of rigged up and got sizes so I can tell you guys. So we'll go in and take a look. All right, so right here is the fill plug right here. That's a 6mm. Down below, right, it's hard to see, but right under there is the drain plug. Now that would normally hit the rail and get messy everywhere. I just got just a piece of cardboard. Basically, it's a paper towel roll, cut it in half, and hopefully that will direct it more right into our bucket. Fingers crossed it doesn't make a huge mess and keep things clean. And that one is, I believe, a 3/16 or something like that. Oh, let's see if I can pop it out. Let's see. Yeah, 3/16 right here. Ooh, focus. Ooh, 3/16. Just a little Allen. I tried a 4.5 and it's just has a little too much slop, and 5 was too big and 4 is way too small. So that's where I kind of went in the middle there and got to use that one. As you can see there, it's basically mess free. I mean, the lighting's really bad, but it's working quite good. That cardboard's the trick to do it. I'm not sure if anybody else has done this. I'm sure the dealers have something to make not quite a big of a mess, but there we go. Now we're just going to put in our bottom drain plug in. And again, you just want to snug this up. You don't want to over tighten it. So this is straight from the dealer. Front 450 mils, rear 350, and the gearbox, i.e. transmission area, is 450. So we're going to, I'm just going to take a quick measurement, see how much actually came out of there. Now online I see a lot, they say just fill up to the bottom of your fill, and when a bit of fluid comes out, you're good to go. So I'm kind of curious to see how much is in there from what the dealer says and kind of to what the internet says. So I'm going to measure and see how much fluid I have in there. It might have been a bit low, I'm not sure. And then we'll compare. Alright, so that's exactly what came out of there. 450, and that's what was supposed to be in the front. Right from the dealer. Alright guys, this is my little makeup. It's the bottle right from the dealer. And $75.90. And all I gotta do is just cut the top off and throw this this hose on. So we're just gonna pretty much flip it upside down and dump a bunch in there. And I have it marked out on the side of the bottle. All right, we're full. We're we're at 450 mils, just as the dealer recommended. I'm gonna look into it a little bit and see if we can't just fill it up for some reason. But apparently that's exactly what the guys looked up for me at the parts and told me the capacity, so. There we go. Now we're gonna move on to the rear. All right guys, so we're in the rear, doing the rear diff now. And we'll just kind of go in a bit, but that's your fill. And your drain is, that's where my finger is. Yeah, right there. 6 mil Allen wrench. I already broke it free, so it's gonna be a bit easier. .3/16, I believe. Yep. For the fill or drain. Just snug it up. That's probably good. We're 75/140. We're just going to get our measurement and we'll throw it in. All right guys, so for the 2014 Outlander, this is what's going on. So front diff, it says 500 milliliters and rear 300. Now I believe what I got from the dealer was 450 in the front and 350 in the back. I lost my little thing with all that on it, but this is exactly from the dealer's book as well. So what I'm guessing here, guys, is all those people that tell you to fill it right up to the fill port and let it come out, it's way too much. This is what's recommended by the dealer. Now, those numbers that they wrote down could have been just upgraded numbers due to newer models, could have changed slightly, but 50 mils isn't a whole lot, so back I'll be between 300 and 350. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're just gonna fill it. anyways, it's a slow process, and I'm going to keep going with this. All right, guys. So wrapped it up. I know the manual says 300 in the rear, and the dealer wrote down 350. Well, I quickly kind of measured how much fluid came out of it, and it was about 350. So I put 350 back into it just to be safe, because this is, I haven't drove it that much. So this is like factory stuff that came right from the dealer. It did its first inspection with them, but they didn't change any diff fluid. This is the first time. So basically what I'm saying is that whatever was in it should be the correct amount for me. So I just put what came out of it back into it. I think that's the safest thing in this thing. But if you don't know, like if you bought your ATV secondhand, there's no maintenance provided, definitely go ask the dealer and they'll give you the correct amount for your machine. That being said, I think all of them under 1,000 take the same amount. The 1,000s take a different amount. So keep that in mind. And if you have an XMR, that could be a little bit different as well. So please just keep that in mind when you're getting your information and stuff like that. I just want to make sure everybody's got the right information, and if you're doing it yourself, I don't want your machine to blow up, right? That's not my intent. My intent is to do these videos to try and help people, and with the best and most accurate information I can get, and usually that's from the dealer. So if you have any doubts in your mind, instead of going online and being told what's the right thing to do, best thing to do is look at your owner's manual and or ask the dealer, and they will give you the right information. I only have, I think 630 kilometers on this thing, and I've owned it since 2014, so it's been a long time. It sat for a good bit, and I actually got to ride quite a bit of it this year. I did at least 150 kilometers in the last couple weeks, so I mean, I put a good bit of riding on this year, and just the little bits of riding before that. So I figured now, I wasn't quite sure where we're sitting and what the maintenance schedule was. I found my book. It tells me the maintenance schedule. It tells me what to do at every 2,500 or sorry. The initial was like, the dealer told me 10 to 15 hours. You come in, they'll do their check. That was already done. After that, there's checks at 25 hours, 50 hours. I think it's at 100 hours and then 200 hours. There's certain checks you got to do at those. Some of them are just retorquing bolts, just making sure nothing, or inspecting bolts, make sure there's nothing loose. Some of it's re-greasing nipples. And then I think I'm at about 58 hours, or maybe I'm 60, no, 58 hours. So I'm about 60 hours in. And I don't think I had to change. I had to inspect the oil, but I said, you know what, just to be safe, I'm going to change it out. And you know what, some of it was pretty good. So it was the first one. I figured I'd dump it out, get some new stuff in that, and then next time should be good to go. Yeah, I just want to be completely honest and share my experiences with you guys, and hopefully this will help you out and make a good and right decision for yourselves. There's lots of information out there, and I just want to be one of those good pieces of information. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and if you like this kind of stuff, like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget, never stop learning.